and is after a particular likeness. You are not hearing what I'm saying. And guess what? What is going to happen to you tomorrow is what is already in your image and what is after your likeness. You cannot escape that law of image and likeness in your iterations in life. And that's why the Word of God must form a particular image in your mind. Because you see, when Jesus came, Jesus said, why did Jesus function the way he functioned? Jesus functioned the way he functioned because he's the image of the invisible God. Because image, how many of us did physics? How many of us did physics? On one side you have the object. In the mirror, what do you have? The image. And at times, in physics, the image is virtual, it's not real. At times, the image is inverted. You see, a lot of people have an inverted image of what a new man is. It's upside down. And the problem is this, we're not looking at the mirror. And you know the way the image is going to turn out is a function of where the object is positioned. How many of us remember? I over V is equal to I over F plus, am I getting I
over F is equal to
1 over
plus 1 over
1 over F. That's the focal point. It's equal to 1 over V plus 1 over U. How about as a mirror formula? And at times, you know the beautiful thing is that at times the image is magnified. I think one of the areas in which the image is magnified is when you worship the object. Someone is not hearing. The image becomes larger than life. It's a magnified image. Even though in yourself you are small. But when you look at that mirror, what you are seeing is times 200. That is what happens to people when they pray in tongues. He edifies himself. And when you go by the image you are seeing in that mirror, you will do and undo. But again, if it's a distorted image as a result of your perception of the object, then what you see is what you get. So when God was going to create man, he said the man we're going to create will be according to our own image and after our likeness. You can never create anything in life that is not in your image and that's not after your likeness. So if you're a lazy person, everything you are going to create in life will follow that likeness. It's called pattern. If the image that you have is that you are a defeated foe, that the enemy is pursuing from church to church and all over the world, no matter what you bring forth on the earth, it will show that that's the object on your mind. You can't fake it. That's why people have one image in their heart and they want to create another image on the earth. And life will say, no. The invisible attribute of God that allowed God to create man in his image and after his likeness cannot be faked. It's because that was what was in God. And God now made us to understand that Jesus Christ is that image. We're stepping into what people call the Ember Month. It's just that I don't understand what it means. And what does that do to people? It increases their blood pressure. It makes them to gain weight, lose temperature and gain temperature, as the case may be. So some people now get to the end of the year and they are becoming afraid. You know what that thing does? It becomes an image. Do you know what did God tell the children of Israel about idolatry? He said, don't make any graven image. How does image come into the mind of people? Circumstances engrave it. In the mind of some people, it's been engraved, they can never make it. It's been engraved that Nigeria is difficult. Do you imagine one of our friends in those days in the university, secondary school, it's been engraved on his mind that I will never make it in Nigeria. So he started going to American Embassy every year for almost 20 years. Almost every month applying to go to America because the image engraved in his mind is that until he gets to America, that's when he's going to make it. And Now the guy is still in Nigeria. The question is if we bring forth the image in your heart, what is it going to look like? And it also have to be after your likeness. See, this is the wisdom of God. That means when God said, let us create man in our own image and after our likeness, he already had an insurance in place. Who is the real image of God? Jesus Christ. Which image of God did Satan attack? Adam. That was why by the time Jesus would come, he came as the last Adam, because that's the original image. Because it got to a point, by the time we read Genesis 5, by the time Abraham was giving back, let's look at it. Genesis 5, now we'll come back here. Am I talking to somebody this morning? At times I know building doctrine can be difficult. People like preaching, they may get a message. It's good, but doctrine is boring. But let's go through the bottle. You will get something. Teaching is boring, you know, because you want to establish people in the present truth. It's always boring. It's difficult to get across